Hello student, this is the Sangeeta Mansukhani, video number 184. In this video I will be explain revision of the chapter number 3 electrochemistry. So I will be explain questions of the electrochemistry. Let's see. Question number 18. Predict the products of the electrolysis in each of the following. Predict the products of the electrolysis in each of the following. First one, an aqueous solution of AgNO3 with silver electrode. That is means whenever we take solution of the AgNO3 and dip silver electrodes. So what is the product of the electrolysis form? Okay, so electrolysis of the aqueous solution of the AgNO3 with silver electrode. So on cathode, Ag reduction of the Ag plus and water are possible. And C, on cathode, Ag plus gaining of the electron and then convert into the Ag. So electrode potential plus 0.80 volt. And water also gaining 2 electron and convert into the hydrogen gas and OH minus. So electrode potential minus 0.83 volt. So electrode potential reduction potential of the Ag plus is greater than comparison than water. And Ag will be deposited on the cathode. Opposite way on anode, silver anode is attacked by the nitrate ion because AgNO3 we take. So silver anode is attacked by the nitrate ion. It would be oxidized Ag, convert into the Ag plus by losing of the electron. So Ag dissolved from the anode. Next one is electrolysis of the aqueous solution of the AgNO3 with platinum electrode. That is means we take aqueous solution of the AgNO3 and dip platinum electrode on it in it. Okay, so whenever we take platinum electrode, so you already know about platinum is a standard way. Okay, so cathode same as above. Ag will deposit at cathode, and anode, platinum anode is not attacked by the nitrate ion. But otherwise upper side silver anode is attacked by nitrate ion, but here platinum anode is not attacked by the nitrate ion. So out of OH minus ion and nitrate ion, discharge potential of the OH minus ion is lower comparison than Ag. So it will be discharged as 4OH minus ion, convert into the H2 and then O2 gas by loss of the electron. So that's reaction consider on the anode. So O2 is liberated at anode. Okay, clear? Third one is electrolysis of the dilute solution of the H2SO4 with platinum electrode. So dilute solution of the sulfuric acid with platinum electrode. So electrolysis of the dilute solution. So see, platinum electrode we take and then dilute solution we take sulfuric acid. So on cathode both water and then sulfuric acid furnish H plus ion and which are discharged at cathode. So H plus ion gaining of the 2 electron and convert into the hydrogen gas, and this is the hydrogen gas liberated at cathode. Okay, but similar in anode, water furnish OH minus ion and sulfuric acid and furnishes sulfate ions. Okay, and out of these the potential discharge potential of the OH minus ion is lower, so these are discharged as 4OH minus convert into the water, oxygen gas and then 4 electron. So O2 gas is liberated at anode. Okay, hydrogen gas liberated on cathode and oxygen gas liberated on anode. Okay, clear? Then fourth one is electrolysis of an aqueous solution of CuCl2 with platinum electrode. So electrolysis of an aqueous solution of the CuCl2 with platinum electrode. So see, on cathode copper chloride furnishes copper plus 2 ion and then water furnishes H plus ion. So out of these discharge potential of the copper plus 2 ions is lower than they are discharges because copper plus 2 ion gaining of the 2 electron and convert into the copper solid. So copper is deposited at the cathode. Then anode, copper chloride furnishes chloride ion and then water furnishes which ion? OH minus ion. So out of these potential of the chloride ion is lower, so these are discharged. So which have lower potential, so that discharge. Okay, so chloride ion convert into the chlorine gas and then by losing of the electron. So this chlorine gas liberated on anode. Okay, so at cathode copper deposit and then at anode chlorine gas liberated. Okay, clear? Next question is using the standard electrode potential given in table 3.1. Here in question given table 3.1, but in the exam you have a given value, potential value of the Fe3 plus, potential value of the iodide ion. Okay, so in the exam potential value given. Okay, don't worry. So using the standard electrode potential, predict if the reaction between the following is feasible. So here see reaction between the Fe3 plus and then iodide ion. So iodide ferric ion for electrode potential of the ferric ion, and we have to use standard electrode potential, and standard electrode potential platinum. So Fe3 plus convert into the Fe2 plus, so which potential 0.77 volt of the iron, and then for iodine 0.541 volt. So potential value given. Then feasible reaction between the Fe3 plus and iodide. So Fe3 plus iodide ion, Fe3 plus loss of the electron and then convert gaining of the electron, and Fe2 plus, and iodide ion loss of the electron and convert into the iodine. So at anode, iodide ion convert into the iodine by loss of the one electron, and at cathode Fe3 plus ion by gaining of the electron and convert into the Fe2 plus. So standard electrode potential formula is E naught cell is equal to E naught cathode minus E naught anode. Cathode value on cathode Fe3 plus potential value, cathode Fe3 plus. Okay, so and then anode, at anode iodine. Okay, so cathode minus anode, so 0.77 minus iodine. Okay, so here cathode 0.77 for iron, and then anode 0.541. So subtract, so plus 0.229 volt. So here positive value comes, so E naught cell is positive, that is means the reaction is feasible. Okay, so it is necessary for feasibility value, it is necessary positive way. Next, second, third, fourth, fifth, same as it is first electrode potential. According to the at anode and at cathode, you write reaction and then subtract the cathode and anode potential way, and then E naught cell. If comes positive way, so that is when reaction is feasible. Otherwise negative comes E naught cell, so the reaction is not feasible. Okay. Next question is 3 electrolytic cells A, B, C containing solution of the zinc sulfate, AgNO3, copper sulfate respectively are connected in series. ABC electrolytic cell containing solution of this connected in series. So a steady current of the 1.5 amperes was passed through them until 1.45 gram of the silver deposited at the cathode of the cell B. So how long did the current flow and what mass of the copper and zinc were deposited? So here you see, first we have to see, here discuss silver. Okay, so reaction for the deposition of the silver. So you already known about silver only for gaining of the electron and convert into the silver. Ag plus convert plus gaining one electron and convert into the Ag. So 1 Ag, so 1 mole, Ag 1 mole. So 1 Faraday 96500 coulomb. So and its mole Ag atomic mass 108 gram. So 108 gram silver is deposited by 96,500 coulomb of the electricity. So 1.45 gram of the silver would be deposited by 96,500 into 1.45 divided by 108. So value comes 1295.6 coulomb. So Q is equal to 1295.6 coulomb. But formula is Q is equal to I into T. So current strength I is equal to 1.5 ampere. So whenever we have to obtain time is equal to Q upon I. So Q value already come, and then I 1.5. So calculate, so 14.4 minute times is come. Then after reaction for deposition of the zinc. So zinc plus 2 gaining of the 2 electron and convert into the zinc. Here 2 electron gain, that is means zinc mole is 2 mole and then convert into the zinc. So 1 mole. So 2 mole and convert into the 1 mole by the gaining of the 2 electron. So then after 2 into multiply the 96,500 coulomb, and 1 mole is zinc 65.3 gram. So 2 into 96,500 coulomb electricity deposit 65.3 gram zinc. So 1295.6 coulomb electricity would deposit 65.3 multiply 1295.6 divide by 2 into 96,500. So value comes 0.438 gram zinc. Then similar for reaction for the deposition of the copper. So copper also same zinc. So copper plus 2 gaining 2 electron convert into the copper. So here 2 gain 2 mole and convert into the 1 mole. Same multiply by Faraday 2 into 96,500 and copper 1 mole is 63.5 gram. So same as it is, we have to write 2 into 96,500 coulomb electricity deposit 63.5 gram copper. So 1295.6 gram coulomb electricity would deposit 63.5 into 1295.6 divide 2 into 96,500. Same. Okay, so same value 0.426 gram copper. Only for difference here, only 1 mole of the zinc 65.3 and 1 mole of the copper 63.5. So this value come for the zinc and then for copper. Okay. Next question is, a solution of the nickel nitrate is electrolyzed between the platinum electrodes using a current of the 5 ampere for 20 minutes. So what mass of the nickel is deposited at cathode? A solution of the nickel nitrate is electrolyzed between the platinum electron and current used 5 ampere for 20 minutes. So see, current there given. Okay, so I here is equal to 5.2 ampere and then time is 20 minutes. Okay, so multiply by 60. Clear? So here nickel plus 2 electron gaining convert into the nickel. So 2 mole here and 1 mole of nickel. So same Faraday way, 2 into 96,500 coulomb of the electricity produced 58.7. It is the atomic mass of the nickel, gram of the nickel. So 6,000 20 into 60 second, this is the time. Okay, and then 6,000 coulomb of the electricity would produce 58.7 into 6,000 divide by 2 into 96,500. So 1.825 gram. Okay. Next question is, how much electricity is required in coulomb for the oxidation of 1 mole of the H2O to O2? So H2O convert into the oxygen plus 2OH plus and then 2 electron loss. So here 1 mole of the H2O. So here 2 electron loss. So here 2 Faraday. Okay. So 1 mole of the H2O to the O2. The reaction, this is the for the oxidation. Okay, so 1 mole water molecule require 2 Faraday. So 2 into 96,500 coulomb. So multiply this one of the electricity for oxidation. Then 1 mole of the FeO to Fe2O3. So FeO convert into the Fe2O3 whenever ferrous oxide react with the half 1/4 oxygen. So convert into the half Fe2O3. Here FeO, Fe2 plus and Fe2O3, Fe3 plus. So by loss of the 1 electron then convert into the Fe3 plus. Here 1 mole of the Fe2 plus and 1 electron loss. So 1 Faraday. So 1 mole of the FeO required 1 Faraday. That is means 96,500 coulomb of the electricity for the oxidation required. Next question is, how much electricity in terms of the Faraday is required to produce first 20 gram of the calcium from molten calcium chloride? So see, reaction for the production of the calcium from molten calcium chloride. So calcium chloride convert into the calcium plus 2 and 2 Cl minus. So calcium plus 2 electron gain. Then after convert into the calcium. So 2 mole of the calcium. So convert into the 1 mole. So that is means 2 Faraday and then calcium atomic mass is 40 gram. So 40 gram of the calcium is produced by 2 Faraday charge. Okay, but here given 20 gram of the calcium. So would be produced by the 1 Faraday charge. Okay, because 40 gram calcium is produced by 2 Faraday charge. So half 20 gram calcium would be produced by 1 Faraday charge. Okay. Then next one is 40 gram of the aluminium from molten Al2O3. So reaction for the production of the Al from molten Al2O3. So Al2O3 convert into the Al3 plus and then O2 minus. Okay, so Al3 plus 3 gain electron and then convert into the aluminium. 3 electron, that is means 3 mole, and here aluminium 1 mole. Okay, so 3 Faraday and aluminium atomic mass 27 gram. So 27 gram aluminium is produced by 3 Faraday charge. So here given 40 gram. So 40 gram aluminum would be produced by 3 Faraday into 40 divide 27. So 4.44 Faraday. Okay. This is reaction for production of aluminum from molten Al2O3. Okay. Next, how much charge is required for the following reductions? So like 1 mole of the aluminium 3 plus to aluminium. Okay, so aluminium 3 plus gaining of the 3 electron and then convert into the aluminium. So how much charge is required for the following reductions? So 1 mole of the Al3 plus convert into the Al. Okay, so aluminium 3 plus gaining of the 3 electron then convert into the aluminium. So here 3 mole, that is means 3 Faraday. Okay, the charge required is 3 Faraday. Then 1 mole of the copper plus 2 to copper. So for the reduction of the 1 mole of the copper plus 2, gaining of the 2 electron and convert into the copper. So 2 electron, that is means 2 mole. So 2 Faraday. Okay. Then third, 1 mole of the MnO4 minus magnet permanganate ion to the manganese. So MnO4 minus gaining of the 5 electron and 8H plus. So convert into the Mn2 plus and 4H2. So 5 electron, that is means 5 mole. So 5 Faraday. So the charge required is 5 Faraday. So this charge is required for the following reduction. So first you write equation. According to the electron, we have to consider Faraday. That electricity is required. Next question is, in the button cells widely used in watches. Okay, button cells widely used in watches and other devices. The following reaction takes place. So in button cells, this reaction occurs. Zinc react with the Ag2O water. So convert into the zinc plus 2 ion and 2 Ag and OH minus ion. So Gibbs energy, determine the Gibbs energy, reversible and then electrode potential for this reaction. So the cell reaction in button cell, this reaction first we have to write because this is reaction given in question. So E0 cell, so zinc convert into the zinc plus 2 by loss of the electron and Ag2O gaining 2 electron and convert into the 2 Ag. So for electrode potential for the zinc 0.76 volt minus and for Ag plus 0.345 volt. So reaction on anode, zinc convert into the zinc plus 2 electron, and then at cathode Ag2O plus water plus gaining of the 2 electron to 2 Ag and 2 OH minus. Here 2 electron gain and loss, so N is equal to 2. And E0 cell is equal to E0 cathode minus E0 anode. So cathode Ag2O, so 0.345 and zinc, for zinc 0.76 volt. So subtract minus plus, so 1.105 volt. Okay, Gibbs energy for reversible formula is equal to minus F NF E0 cell. Okay, delta G is equal to minus NF E0 cell. So F N number of the electrons, F Faraday constant value, E0 cell standard potential value put up here, and then this value come minus 2133 kilojoule per mole. Okay, clear? So first we find E0 cell and then after delta G. Next question is, write the Nernst equation and calculate the EMF of the following cells at 298 Kelvin. So see, Nernst equation we have to write and then EMF calculate. So this is the Mg solid converted to the Mg2 plus 0.001 M molarity of the Mg2 plus, and then another cell copper plus 2 molarity is 0.001 M and then copper solid. So reaction is magnesium converted into the magnesium plus 2. So we have to write at anode loss of the 2 electron and Mg convert into the Mg2 plus. Then at cathode copper plus 2 gaining of the electron and convert into the copper. So complete cell reaction Mg solid plus copper plus 2 convert into the Mg2 plus and then copper. Okay, here number of the electron 2. So Nernst equation is equal to E cell is equal to E0 cell minus 2.303 RT upon NF log Mg2 plus upon copper plus 2. So first we have to find E0 cell. Okay, E0 cell, E cathode and minus E anode. So calculation of the E cell, see. E naught cell, E naught cathode minus E naught anode, cathode copper and anode magnesium. So copper value 0.34 volt and magnesium minus 2.37 volt. Minus plus, so 2.71 volt. This is the E naught cell. Number of the electron 2, n is equal to 2. And then our gas constant, T temperature and Faraday constant value. And whenever we have to calculate this portion, so 0.059 volt at 298 Kelvin. Okay, then magnesium 2 plus concentration given and copper plus 2 concentration given. So putting the in Nernst equation, E naught cell is equal to 2.71 volt E naught cell minus 0.059 upon 2 log magnesium concentration and copper concentration. So calculate. So this value come 2.71 minus 0.0295 log 10 volt and log 10 value 1. Okay. So 2.71 minus 0.03 is equal to 2.68 volt. Okay. So first write the Nernst equation, and for Nernst equation find the E naught cell and then other value put up. Then easily E naught cell find out. Okay. Next, calculate the standard cell potential of the galvanic cell. So here you see chromium plus 3 Cd2 plus. Okay, and convert into the chromium 3 plus and cadmium. So standard cell potential we have to find out. But for the standard cell potential, first cell reaction we have to write. Then after E naught cell, E naught cathode minus E naught anode, cathode and anode value from the table. Okay, but in the exam given the value. So cadmium minus 0.40 volt and then chromium minus 0.74 volt. Value put up here, so plus 0.34 volt for E naught cell. Gibbs energy we have to find formula by minus NF E naught cell. Number of the electron n. So here cadmium plus 2 gaining 6 electron, then convert into the Cd. So number of the electron 6. So 6 into Faraday constant value and E naught cell value. Then this value come. Okay, then K value for this formula, log K is equal to minus delta G upon 2.303 RT. Delta G gives energy. We have to find upper side. Minus 196860 joule per mole. 2.303 gas constant value 8.314 and T temperature 298 Kelvin. Calculates 34.5014. This is the log K value. So it is not necessary you write the anti-log. Okay, directly you write this one. And this type of the question very less chances to come in the board exams. Okay, clear? But you follow. Next is arrange the following metals in order in which they displace each other from the solution of their salt. Aluminium, copper, Fe, magnesium and zinc. So the desired order is magnesium, then aluminium, zinc, iron, copper, Ag. Because a metal with a lower electrode potential would displace another with a high electrode potential from a solution of its salt. So metal are arranged in the increasing of order of their electrode potential, because lower electrode potential metal displays higher electrode potential metal, okay, from a solution of its salt, and metals are arranged in the increasing order of their electrode potential. Okay. Next one is given the standard electrode potential value are given, arrange these metal increasing order. So here you see potassium minus 2.93, here 0.80. Okay, and magnesium 2.37. So first we increasing order. So lower replace easily. Lower the electrode potential of the metal, more easily is it oxidizing. So first Ag, because Ag silver 0.80, then mercury 0.79, then chromium minus 0.74, and then magnesium 2.37, and then potassium minus 2.93 volt. So lower the electrode potential of a metal, more easily is it oxidizing. So greater is its oxidizing power. So metal are arranged in the decreasing order of their electrode potential. Next, depict the galvanic cell in which the reaction zinc plus 2Gag plus zinc plus 2 and 2Ag takes place. So which of the electrode is negatively charged? So this diagram is deleted portion, but by this diagram we have to give answer. Okay. So which of the electrode is negatively charged? So negatively charged zinc electrode. The carries of the current in the cell, because electron going this side, so opposite side current flow. Okay, so the carriers of the current in the cell, ions. Okay, the individual reaction at each electrode. The negatively charged electrode is the zinc electrode, so it is the anode. So zinc for the electron lost by the zinc atoms. Second, carriers of the current, ions. Okay, then while the cation zinc plus 2 and Ag plus ions move towards negatively charged zinc electrode and their corresponding anions, the reaction occurring at the 2 electrode, zinc convert into the zinc plus 2 and plus 2 electron, and at silver electrode, Ag plus gaining of the 1 electron and convert into the Ag solid. Okay.